When I think about our business environment, we're in an opportunity-rich world. We need to be excellent. We need to be best in class at picking the right marks and being able to execute on them in a way that actually delivers value at the end of the day to the relationship between us and our citizens.
Here at CBC, in English Services, we produce 18 high-definition television channels and 74 unique radio channels. And we'll stream up to 10,000 hours of radio and video content per year. We service 13 individual provinces or territories in 5 time zones. The challenges broadcasting to that number of time zones is that we're basically on the air 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with some form of live television or radio. We also provide many hours of pre-packaged content, but we have to have support here in Toronto for 24/7, day after day after day after day.
This is a business, as everybody knows, is a business that's been going through enormous change, and change driven both by pressures and by opportunity. We talk about there's more opportunity now than there has ever been to serve our citizens, to get them content that they make part of their lives. Key to us actually being able to do that is to have the flexibility in our playout system to actually be able to tailor the content that's going to the right place at the right time in the right way so it arrives on the right device so that citizens get what they need from us. Our brand is present where they want it, how they want it. The enabling technology for that concept, which is a radical new concept for us, is ITX. ITX is what makes it possible.
ITX as a platform was unique. It was based on commodity IT hardware, and we were really purchasing a software platform, which was very flexible and extensible to meet our needs, not only today but in the future. It was really attractive for us to be able to deal with vendors that we've already have relationships with to purchase hardware at competitive prices, and then just work with Miranda to install and configure a software platform on top of commodity hardware. It allows us to leverage economies of scale when it comes to IT commodity systems, and then put a very specialized software package on top of it. I think that has the potential of saving quite a bit of capital when you embark on a project like this, only having to buy one thing that's specialized to the broadcast industry, which normally you put broadcast on something and it drives up the price.
When we went out to select the technology, what we were looking for was a technological solution that met our vision, at least halfway. And what we found in the marketplace at that time was all kinds of solutions which we were very comfortable with in old terms. They were very, very good and very established and very well set up to do what we had always done. But we didn't want to do what we'd always done. We wanted to change our game. And we wanted somebody as a technological partner who would help us change our game and in fact would enable it. This is a technologically intensive, technologically based, technologically enabled change process. And we needed to be able to find somebody that was in on the game from the start. It wasn't about taking somebody's technology and kind of bending it and twisting it and getting it there. It was all about somebody who embraced the values and the ideas. So what were those? Flexibility, per unit cost reasonably low, the ability to handle different kinds of content in its own terms, but to handle it in kind of an integrated environment. There was only one solution. It was ITX.
The CBC as a broadcaster, I feel, is a bit unique, mainly because we've got individual channels that have a lot of live and a lot of clip that mixes in with our live. And there's some inherent challenges in having that many moving pieces. We're not just a playback of clips back to back to back. So there's some challenges around routing switchers and integrating live streams into our clip playback, which supports promos, commercials, and some long-form program as well. ITX's flexibility with respect to allowing us to integrate both clip and live is unique in the fact that everything goes through that box. What that allows us to do is have branding, V-chip, and things of that nature supported in the one platform that we purchased. So we don't need any boxes downstream that do this or that, which really minimizes our number of failure points in the chain. We also have a significant amount of Miranda technology. Our monitoring system is Kaleido, our distribution is Miranda, our up and down converts are Miranda. Really all of our glue is Miranda. So our presentation system is kind of a Miranda family of product.
Using Edge Vision, we're able to peer into the various streams that we distribute, and we're able to determine how our presentation is actually looking in those particular markets that we're serving. Our content is really important to us. How we distribute our content and present it is essential to us as well. We're looking at it from the perspective of the consumer and what they're seeing. So Edge Vision allows us to have that insight into our product and how our consumers are seeing it.
Our project implementation team in engineering really, I think, enjoyed working with Miranda and the ITX product. It's so flexible and so natural kind of to work with. You install some servers, you install some software, you make sure that the network's robust, you make sure that the power's robust, and it's kind of gravy from there.
The most important thing for us was to be able to deliver an internal capability to deliver tailored content where we need it, when we need it, how we need it, regardless of whether it's radio, television, or digital. And that was the single most important thing. But let me say, there were real savings in terms of our operating expenses right from the start. There were real savings in terms of our capital expenses right from the start. And the great news, I think, is that as we build our capability over time, as we become more and more adept with ITX's capabilities, and frankly, as ITX grows with us, because we have a very synergistic and powerful relationship with Miranda around the ITX product, we're going to build capability. We're going to be able to do more things that we can't do even today. We're going to be more effective, quicker time to market, more products, lower cost, and I'm confident my cost base is going down at the same time.
Scalability is very important to us as we move into the future. The CBC is always looking for opportunities to repurpose our content. We will at times open new television or radio channels. We'll repurpose our linear content, meaning live programs, and repackage them, provide them to video-on-demand services or nonlinear services. This product is made for that kind of a repurposing of content that we fully expect to continue to do and do it even on a larger scale in the future.
Our working relationship with Miranda has been intimate for a start. It's a very, very tightly coupled relationship and has been for a long time. The second thing I would say is that alignment of values that I talked about. What Miranda wants to achieve and what we want to achieve, we have perfect alignment. And that's so essential, because being tightly coupled doesn't matter if you're not trying to do the same thing. So here we are in a place where we're trying to do the same thing, each from our own perspective, and at the end of the day, we're intimately connected, which makes it very efficient. This is a software-based product. We all know what the software world is like. And at the end of the day, there are things that we discover, new ideas, better ways of doing things, the occasional bug that we have to deal with. Our time cycle in terms of dealing with those changes is measured in hours from the time we find a problem until the time it's fixed. That's unheard of in my experience, but we've been able to create that. So the relationship is tightly coupled, it's aligned, it's efficient, it's effective. It's an amazing relationship.